You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Senior Day is upon us, and as the MAC schedule winds down, or the non-conference schedule winds down toward Mid-American Conference play, it's about time for another home match, I'd say. Griffin, Leonard, Max Gillie here with you as the Ball State Cardinals get ready to take on the Queens of Charlotte Royals and Max. 3 games on the road for Ball State, 2 wins out of 3, not a bad road trip.
No, that's exactly what you want to have for Ball State, considering that, as you've mentioned, it is nearly time for conference play, and there's a whole lot of difficult schools to play on the road. So the fact that Ball State was able to get wins in environments like Austin Peay, as well as the big win over Michigan at Michigan, Coach Josh Reif has to feel really good about his squad.
So now, anytime you go in on the road to try to get 3 points, it's going to be difficult to do that against a Big Ten team like Michigan, then to respond after that and keep your heads, win at Austin Peay. Now you come home against another A-Sun team. What do you think the squad learned from that road trip with the adversity they faced?
I'd have to say that this squad learned that there were a whole lot of Cardinals who are very talented and can for sure play well, whether it's on the road or at home, because the big thing is the fact that you go into Ann Arbor and for the first time since 2004 get an upset against a Big Ten school. You have to have that to build your confidence, because this was a Ball State team that had a good regular season, did not perform as they wanted in the MAC tournament, but now they can hang their hats on the fact that, hey, they've already been playing well now. Just imagine how they'll be once we hit October.
Moving over to the other side of the ball, the Queens Royals, 3-3, a strong start to the young season for a team trying to find their place. I know, talking to Shannon Neely-Knoll prior to the match, she's excited. She feels the vibes are high, but a lot of work to be done against a team on the other side that she acknowledged to be very good in Ball State.
So the big thing for the Queens is they just took on a number 5 ranked Michigan State in East Lansing, lost that one 6-0, and you can either hang your head down that you lost a game like that, or you can learn, hey, what did we do well? And that's one of the things that Shannon talked about, was the fact that they did learn. And similar to the MAC Ace on such a difficult conference schedule coming up, so they learned a lot, and that's exactly what they wanted to do.
Now, when you look at impact players, you look at Ball State, a lot of options here to go with on the offensive side, a lot of goal scorers. There's one, however, that hasn't scored yet this season, and I think it's safe to say we're looking for her to come alive.
Listen, Emily Roper has been dominant with her time here at Ball State, of course, coming to us out of Carmel, and she has had a lot of big moments. She just has not hit the back of the net. And listen, I know it's senior night. She may not be a senior. She wants to perform well at home. She wants to perform for her seniors. I think that's the perfect time to be able to get some big momentum and to find it at the back of the net this year. But regardless, I mean, it has been the Delaney Caldwell and Addie Chester show for sure on offense.
So Senior Day today, 4 seniors honored before the match. Alex McPhee, you had Caitlin Frazier, as well as Abby Jenkins. And I apologize, I'm forgetting the last one here. We had Senior Day with 4 seniors, an opportunity for them to be named. And despite that, an opportunity for them to get playing time regardless, 3 of the seniors starting in the starting lineup today, including Alex McPhee getting to start over Avery Fenchel today. As we will give you the full starting lineups afterwards. Maya Millis was the last senior to be named today. She'll start at left back. We'll provide the full starting 11s for both sides after the break. The 2 teams taking the field here at the Briner Sports Complex. as we get ready for Senior Day action, the Ball State Cardinals and the Queens Royals, right here on SportsLink Digital Radio in partnership with BallStateSports.com. You're listening to Ball State Soccer right here on the home of Ball State Sports.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
It's just about time for kickoff here at the Briner Sports Complex in Muncie, Indiana. Ball State Queens. And it's time to get you your starting lineups presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Starting first with the visitors, the Queens Royals, coached by Shannon Neely-Knoll. She runs out with a 3-4-3, and it looks like this. KJ at goal, Kelsey Jackstorf, the Idaho State University transfer. She starts in at goal. She's joined on the defensive line by three defenders, Savannah Stewart, Ainsley Prell, and Sarah Kelly. None of them seniors. All the four defensemen, none of them seniors. Three juniors and a freshman between the goalkeeper and defensive positions. Heading to the midfield, Madeline Cheatham, Juliana Hunter, Sophia Mutertes, and Chelsea DeVittori round out the midfield, and the front three for the Royals, Jaira Durant, Shayla Podzic, and Maddie Leone. That's a 3-4-3 for the Queens Royals. On the other side of the ball, Ball State bring out a very similar starting 11, but with one change from the last time they were here at home. Grace Konopatsky starts in at goal. Abby Jenkins out once again today. Grace will start, the sophomore, in goal, her fifth start of the season. Back four remains unchanged from the Austin P match. Maya Millis at left back. Delaney Ahern and Audrey Goodyear share the middle of the back line, and Ainsley Schofel, the freshman from Mason, Ohio, rewarded with her third straight start over Kira Verberg. Caitlin Frazier, Alex McPhee, and Acadia Murphy. Katie Murphy gets the start on the defensive midfield side, and up front, the three that have caused so many problems for defenses so far this season: Delaney Caldwell, Emily Roper, and Addie Chester, the Louisville transfer from Delta High School. That's the starting 11 brought by Josh Reif. Ball State in the red jerseys with the white letters and numbers and white sleeves. Red pants, red socks. On the other side, Queens with the white jerseys, white pants, white socks, blue numbers and letters. And let's bring in Max Gillie here once before we get going. Max, a key to the game, both sides are going to want to try to enforce themselves early. What do they need to do to make that happen?
Well, for Queens, I really need them, if they want to win, they got to win those set pieces. They had a lot of opportunities in their game against Lipscomb to get in the back of the net, but they specifically were struggling to win the ball in the air. Meanwhile, for Ball State, they need to know that Queens is going to be a physical team, so they need to be prepared for that. And really, for both of these teams, the biggest thing is going to have to be the defense. I think defense is going to be what it takes to win this matchup here today.
The teams are on the field. Ball State will be attacking left to right on your radio dial for the first half. Queens, the visitors, going right to left, going east to west. Head referee today, Nick Thompson. He stands on the south end of the center circle, looking at his watch, getting ready to blow the whistle to get us underway. And the kickoff is away. Shayla Podzic takes the kick for Queens, and they move right to left to begin this ball game. Trying to enforce themselves early. Ball State bring early pressure and get the takeaway. Alex McPhee on the ball, slides it Caitlin Frazier, and they'll back it up to the defensive line. Ball State like to work out of the back, and you see Ahern play it back to Konopatsky, where they'll move it to the left side.
And that is exactly how Ball State wanted to come out here. They came out here with a lot of speed, a lot of momentum.
Laser of a line drive ball down the left wing, intended for Delaney Caldwell, but she was offside. The assistant's flag went up, so a free kick coming for the visitors in front of their bench.
And now what's going to happen for Queens is they are going to need to use this to their advantage, because Ball State has a strong defense. So if they can have a shot this first time by, that's what they're going to want to do in order to be successful.
Long free kick Tapped down by Frazier, but taken by Podzic. She'll play it back to the defenseman, Cheatham. Cheatham slides it along back line. Alex McPhee playing higher than we initially thought. She's pressuring the ball. Now Caldwell gets the takeaway, slides it Roper. Roper left wing. She has Caldwell short. She plays that ball. Caldwell going to take it first time and pushes it into the side netting. It'll be a goal kick for Queens, but early pressure coming from the Cardinals 90 seconds in.
And that's exactly what Josh Reif wanted his Cardinals to do. And the big thing was they had for Queens that shot to do something on offense, and they quickly gave it back away to Ball State. That's not what Shannon Neely-Noel wanted to see.
Juliana Hunter pushing it forward, getting it in the direction of DiVittori, and another takeaway by Caitlin Frazier. Cardinals pressing very well in the midfield. They lose the ball over the touchline. It'll be a Queens throw, but the Royals early here struggling to get the ball onto the Ball State side of the field. Cards win it off the throw. McPhee pushes it Roper. Roper trying to slide it with the right foot. First to get there. The defenseman and cleared away by KJ in net and pushed back forward by the Ball State defense. Addie Chester trying to bring it down about 10 yards outside of the 18 on the right side. It's cleared away by the defenseman Ainsley Prell, and it'll be an attacking throw for the Cardinals.
And immediately, Ball State once again back on the attack. As soon as Queens gets some possession, Ball State quickly takes it away.
Chester double-teamed on the end line. She pushes it off of the defender Prell and out for the first corner kick of the game. 3rd minute, Ball State taking it from the keeper's left. Maya Mill is trotting over to join Chester next to the corner flag. Queens bring one defender to softly pressure the ball. The ball's whipped in. A high curler away from net, heading toward the back end of the 6. It's brought down. Caldwell taking a strike. She scores. Goal, BSU. Early offense from the Cardinals. Delaney Caldwell with a power strike. Finds the top shelf of the net. And Ball State lead in the 4th minute.
It has been all Ball State so far, and you knew that Delaney Caldwell was going to want to hit the back of the net. She has the 3rd most goals in the MAC, and she wants to be a goal scorer multiple times throughout this game.
Delaney Caldwell slots in her 5th goal of the season. She has been unbelievable in the non-conference slate, and she gives the Cardinals a very early lead against the Royals. Back underway here, the Ball State Cardinals have won a throw-in around midfield.
The big thing for Queens now, what are you going to do now that you have this adversity this quickly into it? Are they going to put their heads down, or will Queens want to continue to give all that they can for these 45 minutes? That will determine what kind of team Queens is.
Ball State trying to spread the ball around right to left. Millis works it up to Caldwell, who pushes it off the shin of a defender and out for a throw. The Cardinals with the throw just in front of Charlotte's bench on the far side of the field. The throw goes long. McPhee trying to run onto it, fighting off of a defender. Has to save it on the end line. She pushes it out, but the head referee deems it to have crossed the line already. It'll be a goal kick for the Royals on the right side of the pitch.
So the big thing for Queens now is last time they had a goal kick, it quickly was intercepted by Ball State. So this is another thing where I mentioned they struggle to win the ball in the air. Queens is going to need to get a shot at this one.
If you're just joining us, Ball State scored on their first shot of the game. Delaney Caldwell off of a corner kick. Roper steals it here, pushes it toward the 18, trying to get it to McPhee. It's stolen away nicely by Madeline Cheatham. Ball gets kicked right side. Sarah Kelly trying to build. Works it around Roper. Gets it to her midfielder and Mutertes. That's a giveaway. Inside the 18, Alex McPhee one-on-one with the defender. She loses possession. Caldwell trying to stop the progress of the defense, but Queens work it out of the area. They only get us so far as midfield. Ball State win it back, and Goodyear pushes it back to the keeper.
And this is just another example with Queens where you have really not been able to see them do anything on offense, as it has been all Ball State so far.
6th minute of play. Ball State lead 1-0 here at the Briner Sports Complex. Cardinals taking on the Queens of Charlotte Royals. Throw in, Cardinals coming right in front of Josh Reif. Reif excited about this match. He was pretty pleased with the way the road trip went. After a tough loss to Butler, the Cardinals got big wins on the road over Michigan and Austin Peay. Alex McPhee, one of the seniors in today's Senior Day festivities, she heads to the bench. She'll be replaced by Avery Fenchel. Ball's pushed forward. Running on to it, Mutertes. Left wing opportunity for Queens. The left winger pushes it off the defender, off Schofel, and over the end line. It'll be a corner for Queens, their first real attacking opportunity of the first half.
And so far in this one, it has been few and far between with those attacking opportunities. So it'll be interesting to see what Queens decides to do here.
They play the corner short. Going, working quickly, heading to the right side, Leon. Leon switches the play. And now a shot from about 25 yards out is blocked. It was off the boot of Cheatham, and Ball State cleared away.
And that is one thing Queens really likes to do, is they love to get those shots beyond the 18. You won't really see them ever even attempt inside the 18.
Ball back into play. Queens trying to maintain possession in the middle third. They work it back to the midfield line where it's booted ahead. They have Jaira Durant on the left side of the pitch, but she is offside by a fair margin. Free kick coming for the Cardinals.
And Jaira Durant is one of those players for Queens. She may not get in the back of the net, but if Queens wants to have an opportunity to score, it is going to be an assist from Jaira Durant.
Ball headed by Katie Murphy. Cleared by Goodyear in the direction of Caldwell. She one-touches it to Roper, who heads it on to Fenchel. Fenchel over the top, Chester. Addie Chester trying to run onto it. She wanted to hit it first time, but the first to get there is Ainsley Prell, who pokes it out for, I believe, a long throw-in. Throw-in just outside of the corner flag. Couple more feet over, would have been a corner. But the throw-in comes. Frazier trying to break it down. Instead, Durant clears it. Queens still trying to work it out of their area. Pass is deflected. Chester trying to get there. Durant back on the ball. Jostling for possession on the corner flag on the near side, and now Ball State win possession. Inside the 18, Frazier loops it over the top in the direction of Delaney Caldwell, but it's about 10 yards over her head. Podzic going the other way for Queens. They work the ball right to left across the midfield line here as we come up on the 10th minute of play. Durant works it left to right. She finds her teammate in Juliana Hunter. One touch passing goes right wing, and they have a few bodies in the middle. They push the ball low in the direction of Durant, who is making a run to the near post, but Konopatski comes out to claim it. She's the first to get there by a few strides, and she has it in her grasp now.
And this is one of those possessions for Queens where it looked like everything was going right, but immediately they give it back to Ball State on defense.
Just about 9 minutes played in the first half of action here in Muncie. Ball State strike first, 1-0 with a goal from Delaney Caldwell, her fifth of the young season. Maya Millis pokes the ball past midfield. She finds the goal scorer, Caldwell, whose pass is disrupted, but the possession will stay with the Cardinals for the moment. Fenchel trying to win the ball off of Cheatham. Cheatham wins the battle, and the ball is pushed forward in the direction of Maddie Leon. She keeps it in on the touchline, softly pressured by Goodyear. She has Durant on the edge of the 18. She'll play Durant, trying to hook the ball around Schofel. A little bit of a heavy touch, and Konopatski claims it.
This is one of those examples that you see a lot of players struggle with, where they will have 3 or 4 touches and then try and get a shot. If you really want to score, you got to get 1, maybe 2 touches and then shoot.
Ball State with a rare giveaway in their defensive third. Trying to push it into the 18 was Podzic, and she gives it away. Queen still on the ball in the middle third. Pass goes right wing. Mutertes has a little bit of room. She plays a curler in the direction of Podzic, but it's cleared away. Caldwell claims the clearance. With the left foot, Delaney trying to play a line drive ball. It's headed away and loose. Finally collected by DiVittori of Queens. They push it back to the right wing. Durant calling for it on the far post. They instead work it right side, and no one was there. It'll roll on over for a goal kick. Ball State able to ease the pressure as we pass the 10th minute.
And the interesting thing that's been going on now is it feels like it's been a little switch within these last 5 minutes where Ball State has had to be on the defense a lot now, but the thing is Queens just has not been accurate, and Queens is going to want to continue to get some shots, and they need to be shots on goal.
Delaney Ahern playing the ball to Schofel. Fenchel, one touch, trying to get it to Roper, who was cutting in, but the pass wasn't quite there, and it goes back to the keeper, Jargstorff. The Idaho State transfer with the left foot, boots it toward the near touchline. Chester, the first to get there. She pushes it to Fenchel. The flag's up offside. Fenchel had been pressuring the goalkeeper, was running to get back into the play, but the pass came a little bit early from Chester, and Fenchel was caught on the wrong side of the defender.
And I can tell you as a player, this is so frustrating where you feel the momentum, like, yes, something's going to happen, and then it's immediately an offside, and it stops all of that momentum.
The play does slow down as a result of the offside. Queens trying to work it forward. Durant plays a misintended pass, which Chester's able to get to first. She plays it off of Prell, and it flies down into the press box where Ball State will have a throw. They'll go back to Ahern. And Goodyear trying to work it to the left side. Roper crossing midfield. Ball State looking for their third win in a row. They've had a pretty successful start to making that happen. They lead by 1. Millis with the right foot trying to curl it up over the top of the defensive line. Unable to do so. Muterti's going the other way. She's triple teamed. Somehow fights out of it, beating Goodyear, works it to the wing. Ball off of the defender. Looked like it could have possibly been a handball off of Millis. They don't get the call, but they will get a corner kick. A corner coming for the Royals. It's their second of the day, and the first that they'll take from the far corner flag to the left of Grace Konopatsky.
Last time they did a short corner. We will see if they will try and cross it up in the air and then get it towards the goal.
They will go into the box, but it was a low one. First touched and cleared by Caldwell. Ball State can counterattack. Chester running with it. She's got to beat 2 defenders, but she has 2 to her left side. She'll play Fenchel. It's a foot race between Fenchel and Sarah Kelly. Kelly will get there as the ball was too far out in front, and you feel that Chester probably could have played that a little more directionally to her winger, trying to lead rather than leading her onto it.
Exactly. It's just one of those split-second scenarios, and sometimes it goes well, other times you just get too far of a step.
We enter the 14th minute. Ball State's throw puts them into the 18. Caldwell spinning onto her right foot, playing it to the top of the box, trying to find Schofel. Instead, it will be Durant of the Royals who gets there first in the white. Working right to left now on the counterattack. It's Ainsley Prell. Prell hustling stride with Schofel, but the ball rolls harmlessly over the touchline. It'll be a Ball State throw deep inside their own half in front of the home support, which I might add is quite full today for Senior Day.
And that's exactly what you want to have on a day like this. You know, it's Sunday. You could be doing a lot of things, but the community's really showing out here, and that's exactly what the soccer team wants.
Ball inside the own 18 for Ball State. They work slowly out. Goodyear switching the play to the right side for Ahern. Besides the one substitute, we haven't seen anybody else into the match quite yet in this one. Alex McPhee exiting after getting a few minutes on Senior Day. And Fenchel has looked good at the attacking position since coming in. They push the ball forward to Frazier. Frazier working outside of the box, finds Fenchel. Fenchel has a couple of options, but the flag's gone up on the near side. Once again, offsides for Ball State. That feels like 2 or 3 times now just in the last couple of minutes where the attack has come to a screeching halt.
And that just frustrates the offense so much where you're so close and then you get the offsides.
Back into play, the freshman Prell plays a long ball intended for Podzic. It's collected by Ball State's keeper. She has it in her right hand, directing traffic, telling them to back on up. She drops it, and unpressured will walk about 10 steps outside of the 18-yard box before floating it away. Wanted Fenchel. The ball's a little bit beyond. It'll roll all the way to the other 18-yard box where Queens can work right to left. Past 15 minutes gone in this Sunday afternoon clash between the Royals and the Cardinals. Delaney Caldwell wins the ball off the long boot from the Queens keeper. Left-footed low cross, bouncing twice and cleared by Chelsea DiVittori. Ball State able to keep it in an attacking position. Caldwell brings it down again. She has a few bodies. She's go back post. Roper trying to hit it first time on the half volley. Couldn't quite come up with the contact she was looking for, and it flashes wide to the near post.
That would have been a great shot there by Emily Roper, but just one too many steps and it goes out.
Far touchline, Queens possession, and they give it away. Caitlin Frazier wins it after I believe it was Katie Murphy who got in there first. Now Ball State give it away on the other side. Durant running with pace but doesn't quite have numbers. She finds an option on the right side. Savannah Stewart tries to get there, but it rolls over the touchline past the Ball State bench, and it'll be a Ball State throw just on the edge of Queens attacking third. Off of the throw, a headed ball forward by Queens. Now a jostle for possession right on the touchline. It'll be another Queens throw. They take this one quickly. Mutertes trying to keep it in. They say it stayed in on the touchline, but Maya Millis now heads it away. Roper touches it down right into the path of a Queens attacker. Spinning onto it is DiVittori. She'll play it back to the back line as the Ball State pressure collapsing in on the midfielders of the Royals. They work it around to the left side. Prell, Chester out of nowhere to steal it back for the Cardinals. Bodies forward for the Queens Royals. Can Ball State punish them? Frazier across the midfield line. She plays a through ball, trying to get Caldwell to run onto it, but the turf does them no favors, and it's collected by Jargsdorf.
And that's one of the reasons why head coach Shannon Neely-Knoll talked about KJ being outstanding this season and has really talked about that KJ is one of the reasons why Queens has been able to get these wins.
Long ball to midfield on the right side. Touchdown, but a mistake of a touch. And it'll be a Ball State throw in front of the far side scores table. Thrown in by Millis. Roper, the tall head to push it forward. And now a loose ball poked finally free and out of play by Sarah Kelly. Ball State throw about 2/3 of the way down the pitch. Near the scoreboard on the far side, which currently reads 1-0. A one-time bouncing throw that gets into the 18, and now Chester bringing it down. Left-footed strike wide of the far post. Kind of hit it off the shin, and it didn't have much of a chance, but Chester was trying to line it up and double the Cardinal lead, just couldn't make it happen.
And that's one where she will watch the film and wish she could have changed one, maybe two things. It was still a good shot. It was just one of those things, goes a little bit wild, cannot get it down quick enough, and shot goes wide.
Coming up on 20 minutes played here in Muncie, 1-0 the Cardinals lead. Queens yet to register more than one shot. And the Cardinals trying to capitalize that and double their advantage before Queens can find their offensive mojo. Going to the left side, it's stolen by Roper in the midfield. Schofel beats the defender. She's breezed by Podzic, now plays it forward. Trying to get Fenchel, it'll fall to Caldwell instead. Caldwell off a deflection, gets it to Frazier. Frazier to Roper, who has some space right of the 18. Plays it back to the middle, Frazier. She's pressured immediately by Mutertes. Ball State loses possession. Sophia Mutertes gets it away. Counterattack on for Queens. It's Durant across the midfield line through the center circle. Coming up on the 18. She has a player to her left. She cuts it back to the right instead. Double teamed. A right foot in there from Katie Murphy slows down the attack for now. DiVittori trying to switch the play. Gets her pass deflected. It's headed forward in the direction of Durant. One-time strike. Didn't get it cleanly. It pops up into the air, and it's gloved by Konopatsky. Mutertes found some space right on the half circle on top of the 18, but just could not get power on it. It popped up right into the arms of the keeper.
And when Queens watches that back, you saw a lot of speed from Jaira Durant, just was unable to get it to an offensive player.
Long kick has worked out nicely for the Cardinals. Chester on the edge of the 18 on the other side. Left foot, drives it low, but misses right side. A goal kick coming, but Addie Chester, despite missing the net now twice, looks very dangerous attacking for the Cardinals.
She has been so great for Ball State this year, coming off of her 2 seasons at Louisville. She wants to bring success to Ball State, and she could be what takes Ball State to the next level.
Queens building out of the back. They get it to Durant, who's a little bit out of position kind of in that central attacking midfield, but they push the ball along. Ball State, the first head to get there. Queens trying to salvage any bit of an attack. It'll be a Ball State throw. A couple of substitutions for Queens, the first time we've seen them substitute today. Podzic out of the game up front. She'll be replaced by Lainey Newnham, and Maddie Leone also steps down, the senior, out of the game for now. She's replaced by Mia Banchero.
And that's one thing Queens really likes to do is they love to sub out these players, but when it comes to the second half, you expect to see Leone and Podzic back in the game.
Ahern looking to go long. She finds Fenchel, but it was just over the head of the attacker. Running back to grab it is Savannah Stewart, the junior from Georgia. And Queens will build once again. Long ball with the right foot. Maya Millis cuts it down. Heads it along to Roper. Roper winning the battle there in the midfield. They get the ball pushed up to Fenchel. Fenchel's pass chipped forward by Goodyear. They've got Caldwell and Chester in the middle. Caldwell, left wing, trying to get it on her left foot. Stewart, unable to make the block. It's Frazier. Frazier trying to spin it onto her right foot. Loses it for now. Chester trying to get there and finally cleared away by the Royals as the substitute Newnham was finally able to clear the danger.
I want to give a quick shout-out to the center back in Savannah Stewart. She's been the anchor of this Queens defense so far, and the reason why Ball State has only been able to score once.
Once again, Caldwell, dangerous left side. It's poked out by the defenseman, Sarah Kelly, and it will be a corner for Ball State.
So right now, Ball State going to have a chance to get a little breather for this reset, and the big thing is, can Ball State win it in the air, and will they be able to hit the back of the net? This is a perfect opportunity to score once again.
Chester and Millis. They scored last time. They were in this position. It's Chester off the pass from Millis. She drives it low toward the near post. Blocked out, but still alive. Millis, one-touch cross, left-footed. It'll be poked out to the top of the 18. Chester takes a shot, which is blocked, and now finally Queens can move the other direction. Newnham slowing it down. She's got Durant, and she's got Banchero moving forward. She plays a long ball, but Maya Millis will sod it out first, pushes it back to her keeper, and they'll switch the play for Schofel. Just past the halfway point of the first half, Ball State lead 1-0 over the Queens Royals. Goodyear on the left side of the fence, brings it forward for about 20 yards, then pushes it to Fenchel. Fenchel, little triangle pass. They eventually get it to Caldwell. Caldwell has the room. She pushes it, line drive ball in the direction of Chester, and it is gobbled up by Jargstorff.
And another save there by Jargstorff, just showing how impactful she's been for Queens this year.
A hard ground ball. Maya Millis, the first to get there after the long ball from the keeper, Katie Murphy. And a chipped pass intended for Caldwell on the left wing. Instead, the first to get there, Madeline Cheatham. A throw in for Ball State once again. Maya Millis will take it in front of the Charlotte coaching staff. Sitting there in the middle, Shannon Neely-Knoll, trying to work out how to solve this Ball State defensive line. Millis, right foot, plays it Roper. Roper, she has Millis back again on the left side. She tried to play the pass and was fouled. I believe that's the first foul of the game.
That is, and you don't always see a player as tall and as strong as Emily Roper get taken down, but one of the things you notice about Queens is they like to play physical, and this time it cost them.
25th minute is coming to a close as Ball State prepares for the free kick. It'll be Katie Murphy standing over it, about 15 yards outside of the box. 6 or 7 bodies in the middle. The hard ball goes in near post, challenged the keeper the slightest bit. Jargstorff able to get there in time. She didn't have to leave her feet. She plays it quickly out. The substitute, Banchero, going hard down the right wing, trying to get it to her fellow substitute in Newnham. couldn't get the pass there. Ball State will go left to right. Millis, the captain, on the far touchline, plays it back to Goodyear. A little bit of pressure come in, and the ball will go back to the keeper. High over the top ball, finding Schofel. Schofel kicks it on right wing, trying to get to Chester. It curls away from her, and Savannah Stewart gets there first. Juliana Hunter switches the play left to right, aided by the slightest of deflections from Caldwell. Queens will go all the way back to their goalkeeper, who has to make a tough pass off the right foot. Jargsdorf had to hit it first time. She did not get it right, and it went out for a throw-in. Ball State, just in front of the scoreboard here at the Briner Sports Complex, will have a throw about lined up with the edge of the 18-yard box. Millis looking for options. She'll reverse the ball back to the midfield line for Katie Murphy, who has Schofel on the other side of the pitch. Nobody on the right wing as the play was overloaded to the left. Schofel, out of options, loses the ball. Bancaro finds Durant. Durant slowing it down inside the center circle. Hunter to the right wing. And they play it forward. It's lost once again. Millis finding Caldwell. Frazier, Ball State going left to right. They push it to the near side of the pitch. Schofel, who will go down the line for Chester. This could be onto something. Chester trying to run it down on the end line. She plays a low ball. First time strike from, I believe, Caitlin Frazier that time, and it went over the net for a goal kick. And that was Fenchel. Fenchel on the strike that went high, missed high by about 5 feet, and a goal kick coming for the visitors.
So the real interesting thing to see is now that Queens will be on the offense, how quickly can they keep it? Answer, not that long.
They give it away again very quickly, as Max mentioned, and Goodyear pushes the ball across the midfield line. Frazier has options. She chips it forward, trying to find a run of Fenchel, but they weren't on the same page, and it finds its way to the keeper. About 17 minutes to go in the first half. Ball State still with a 1-goal lead, but haven't found anything super threatening here in the last couple minutes besides the shot from Fenchel, which missed high. Fenchel back to the left wing. Caldwell on the first time trying to get it into the area for Chester. It's a foot race between her and the keeper, and the ball goes off of Chester, out of play. She didn't quite have the angle to put it on frame and ended up poking it out about 10 feet wide.
She did everything possible, but as you mentioned, just when you don't have the angle to get the shot in, just might as well kick it out so it doesn't get saved by the goalie.
Couple of Ball State substitutions waiting to come in at the next stoppage of play, and that might bring it here as the ball rolls just about wide of the corner flag. It'll be the deepest of throw-ins for Queens, though we won't see those substitutions come in quite yet. The throw-in out, touched off of a Ball State defender, and out for a throw-in a little bit in a less precarious situation for Queens. Into the 30th minute. Midfield possession for the visitors, trying to get it to Durant, who has been frustrated to not get it in the attacking third where she likes to work. Durant yet to score this season, 2 assists, 2 shots, both of them on goal, but not in the back of the net. Here's Chester, outside of the 18. Chester trying to find Fenchel, but Fenchel hadn't made a run. They had a conversation about it after the play while the ball was rolling over the end line for a goal kick. Now we'll finally have the substitutions. 3 substitutions on. We'll get you those players coming in and out when we can. The players coming out, Katie Murphy, Delaney Caldwell, and Emily Roper. Kaylin Vallow, Tori Monaco, and I believe the third one was LG Moncrief coming into the game at the central defensive midfield spot. There's the triple substitution for the Cardinals with 15 minutes to play in the first half. And how can substitutions like them really impact the game here as we wind down before the halftime break, Max?
Well, it's going to give some of those Ball State players like Caldwell a chance to rest. And it's also going to give a chance for some of these younger players to get this experience because they're the future of Ball State.
Opportunity for a couple of the younger players to get some work in here. Moncrief, the freshman, coming in. Velo also into the game, had a goal against Purdue Fort Wayne in the home opener off of the bench. Fenchel trying to bring it down. Instead, it is Valo. And that shot off the toe of the boot, drifting away and collected by the keeper. Valo getting entertained and involved in the attack early on into her portion of this match. A throw in on the near side, I believe, for the visitors. Queens will take it, and Ainsley Pro will toss it forward. Bancaro trying to keep it in on the touchline. It's off her head and out of play. A throw in coming for Ainsley Schofel and the Ball State Cardinals.
For Queens, it feels like every time they get a throw in, they have their players get maybe one touch and instantly turn it over. You're not going to be able to get close to the goal if you keep turning it over.
Looping ball. Valo able to disrupt it and gets it to Frazier. Frazier pushing it to the left end line for Maya Millis, and now the Cardinals can come forward if they so desire. Goodyear to Frazier. Pressured on the ball by one of the newer players into this game for Queens of Charlotte. It's Olivia Bean making her first entry. Came in about 2 minutes ago for the visitors. Fenchel heads it down. Valo with a little back heel flick trying to find the run of Fenchel. It finds the defender first. Fenchel gets in the way of the long ball attempt, but it's cleared out for a Queens throw. Another throw incoming, a debate of who will take it. It'll be Ball State right in front of the Queens bench, and now whistles come in as a substitution was slated to join this match.
In front of the Cardinals, number 19, Kylie Archer.
It'll be Maya Millis, the captain, exiting this match. We don't see Maya come out of the game very often. She's played in all but 15 minutes of the season so far. And I guess that number will need to start increasing here as we see a new entry from the Cardinals. And another one of the freshmen. I believe that's Archer.
And Archer, of course, spent some time at Marshall, but, man, she has made an impact a little bit this year, but she'd like to make a bigger one here today.
Cleared ball from the keeper. Didn't get very far. Now Ball State have a chance. Chester brings it down. Left foot. Just chipped wide near post. Didn't get the cleanest of strikes. And another goal kick with more substitutions coming in. Kira Verberg will come in for Ainsley Schofel on the right back position. And a substitution for Queens as well. Sarah Kelly will be exiting the match.
Entering for the Royals, number 3, Olivia McCain.
And Olivia McCain entering for Queens wearing the white uniforms here with about 12 minutes to go in the first half. Bancaro pushing it forward, right side. She's got Mutertes trying to keep it in on the touchline. Goes closer to the net for Newnham, but the ball's poked out for a throw. Queens threatening here, trying to chase down this one-goal lead that the Cardinals currently hold. Throw-in goes to Bancaro. She plays it with the inside of the right foot, gets it to Mutertes. Mutertes going to go for goal from about 25 yards, dipped her back shoulder, so the ball just went skyward. It never had a chance. Ball State trying to go quickly. It's Tori Monaco, the junior from Charlotte. And the Cardinals working away. Kind of a homecoming away from home game for Tori Monaco. Went to the same high school as Jaira Durant, one of the starting forwards on the other side of the ball. Ball into the box. Cleared away by Stewart, the first to get there. Still alive for Ball State. Valo going low this time. The first to get there, Cheatham. Cheatham fighting with Chester and able to relieve the pressure. Final 10 minutes of the first half. The ball's cleared away once again, but only as far as LG Moncrief. Archer gets the pass from LG, and now they work it all the way back to the keeper. Ball State have done well with this pressure over the last 10 minutes.
And that's exactly what Coach Josh Reif wants them to do. They need to perform well against pressure from a team like Queens.
Counterattacks on. Vallow going inside for Chester. The ball's cleared away. Another dangerous opportunity for Ball State.
And Ball State has had a lot of opportunities. They just have not been able to get those critical shots on goal.
And another giveaway. This time it's Monaco trying to lead in Fenchel, but the pass is behind her.
You could tell Fenchel just frustrated that ball was unable to get to her. She was just a couple steps ahead, but unable to get a shot.
Newnham has been inside. The pass pushed away by Moncrief, and now Chester with it. Vallow going a one-touch pass right back to Chester. Love the work in the midfield from the Cardinals. They switch the play to Frazier. Frazier has Archer to her right, instead goes back for Ahern, who has played the full, coming up on 40 here in the first half. Intercepted by the defense of DiVittori. Gets it to Muterdes, who has a long ways to run now. Muterdes getting by Moncrief. Slowing down, losing the ball for a moment. Gets it to Durant. Frazier fighting with Durant for the ball. Ball State take it away. Chester on the ball now, who gives it to Verberg. Verberg having to deal with pressure in the defensive third. Gets it back to her center back in Ahern. Making herself a passing option. Gets it back on the near touch line. Verberg with the left foot. Drops it off for Monaco. Gets it right back. Cardinals with the quick short passing, able to relieve them of the pressure. They go long for Chester, who gets it poked out, and a throw incoming just under us here in the press box, with coming up on the final 7.5 minutes of the first half.
I have to give a lot of credit to Olivia Bean. She comes off the bench and immediately was having an impact. She was being physical against Ball State. She was trying to get those shots for Queens. That's exactly what Shannon Neely-Noel wants from her team.
Monaco wins it back on the near side, taking it away from Bancaro. Ahern will give it back to Goodyear. Ball State would be happy with a 1-goal advantage at the half, but I'm sure they'd want to make it 2 given the opportunity. They've had, well, the majority of the possession over the last 10 or 15 minutes.
And they've also been able to get those shots, but it's just been either one too many steps or players not being even close to the goal. So they've had shots, but need to be more accurate. That's the big thing that Coach Josh Reif may be talking about at halftime.
Goodyear challenged by Muterdes. Goodyear wins the header and sits down the grad senior from High Point. And now Vallow wins the ball back for Ball State. The Cardinals just winning these one-on-one duels, making it so difficult for Queens to build an extended attack. Chester on the ball at the midfield line. A handball will be called on Madeline Cheatham. The sophomore threw her hands up to protest, but gets called for the handball violation, and the Cardinals with the free kick. They take it short and quickly. Verberg, a lot of room on the right side. She plays it with the left foot to Monaco. Monaco on the wing, loses the ball with a heavy touch, taken away, and now Durant on the ball for Queens, pushed off of the foot by Verberg, and they'll say it went off Durant last. Ball State win a throw-in. Quality play from the reserve defender. Frazier with a successful turn. The defender catching up. The Cardinals building out from the defensive line. Verberg, deflected pass. They say no. Verberg throws her left hand up in frustration, but a throw-in coming for Queens. They switch possession again, but lose it immediately off the throw. Moncrief with a good job to anticipate the direction of that throw-in, but her pass evades Chester, and they lose it again. Possession cycling back and forth. Now Bancaro picks it up. Muterdes will go right side. She has Newnham. Bancaro in the area. The cross comes in, and it's cleared away. Attack not over yet for Queens. Muterdes trying to head it past the center back of Goodyear. Plays it up high. Dangerous contact as Konopatski goes down. Ball State clear the danger. The goalkeeper appears okay. She wanted a foul.
And that was Delaney Ahern, who was the saving grace for Ball State right there. quickly able to get it out.
Cardinals give away in midfield. They have the ball now. Chester with a lot of room to run. Chester evades the defender, goes down with contact. Referee says stand up, no foul, we play on. That could have been dangerous if the free kick was given.
That's going to be one of those you want to look back at the replay and see what exactly happened there, because it looked like it could have really been a foul.
On the other end of the pitch, momentum now for the Royals. They work the ball inside, but the cross is deflected not once but twice by Goodyear, who pushes it out over the touchline. Stellar defending by the sophomore. And a long throw in for Queens upcoming inside the final 4 minutes of the first half. One more substitution as Jaira Durant will head to the sideline.
And Jaira Durant has played extremely well for Queens here today, so someone's going to need to step up for these next 4 minutes.
The 42nd minute of play. And the throw comes in. Queens trying to stay on the ball. Fenchel says not so fast. The Cardinals going left to right from their own zone. Frazier back to the defense. It was Mika Katz, the freshman from Tel Aviv, Israel, to come in for Jaira Durant. She finds a couple of minutes here at the end of the half. Ahern back to her keeper. Three minutes and change to go in the first half. Ball State struck nearly immediately out of the gate. Delaney Caldwell with a strike from about 12 yards deep with the right foot, found the top shelf of the net, gave the Cardinals the lead, and that's where we've been ever since. Ahern on the ball, near side midfield, pushes it. Fenchel, who plays a one-time ball to Chester. Chester cuts it back to her left. Addie Chester challenging the keeper. It's saved. Still loose and a follow-up. Missed left. Fenchel took it on the left foot, and it curled wide. Not one but two good chances for the Cardinals, Max.
And with just a couple of minutes left in this half, you can tell Ball State really wanted it to get in the back of the net. But the big thing is this is a dangerous time for either of these two teams, because for the players who've been in for nearly 45 minutes, they're going to need to start getting tired, but they need to play for the remainder of this half.
Monaco controls possession. She gives LG Moncrief the pass in the center circle, who works it left side. That is Vallow, who hasn't been as involved in the attack in the last few minutes. Vallow to Fenchel, who gives one time to Chester, trying to lead her on again, this time on the left side, but it is deemed to have gone over the end line. It'll be a goal kick. 44th minute of play here at the Briner Sports Complex on the beautiful campus of Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana.
And really the biggest thing you've seen in this game, it has been Ball State dominating the possession, Ball State dominating the shots, but mistakes every single time have prevented goals.
A bailout foul called on Caitlin Frazier, who had poked the ball away with the right foot. A little too much contact on the upper body. Otherwise, Ball State had 3-on-2 going the other way. Free kick for Queens.
There is 1 minute remaining in the first half.
And as the public address announcer signals 1 minute to go in the first half, the team's ready up for their final marches of the first 45. Throw in at midfield, right on the near touchline. Headed first by Frazier. Up ahead to Fenchel. Fenchel over the defender and Cheatham. Fenchel running onto it. She has Chester on the left side of the box. The ball got through, but first to get there, the keeper, Jargstorff. And I think Queens are going to want to slow this thing down for the last 30 seconds.
And the big thing with that shot, it was a good cross by Avery Fenchel. It just went way too in front of Addie Chester, and that's why Ball State was once again having the opportunity and unable to score.
Throw in, final 10 seconds of the first half. The ball rolling toward the touchline. It'll be taken away by Queens, but not enough time to mount an attack. First 45 in the books. Delaney Caldwell has put the Cardinals in the position they're in with an early goal. She scores her 5th goal of the season, and the Ball State Cardinals ride the wave to the finish of the first half. They lead 1-0 at the break. You're listening to Ball State Soccer on the SportsLink Digital Radio Network in partnership with ballstatesports.com.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Halftime here at the Briner Sports Complex. Ball State lead Queens 1-0. Don't go anywhere. The halftime report right here on SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie, is right after this. You don't want to miss it. 1-0 at the break. We'll be right back.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome inside the press box here at Briner Sports Complex on the campus of Ball State University. It's the halftime report here. Ball State leading the Queens Royals 1-0. The halftime break. Griffin, Leonard, Max Gillie here with you to break down the first 45 minutes. If you missed it, it was a quick start for the Ball State offense. Delaney Caldwell scoring right off the bounce, I believe in the 3rd minute, for the Ball State Cardinals to give them an early lead, and that is where we stand. Ball State has had a few chances. They've far away excelled in the shot category, but they haven't had anything quite as smooth as the Caldwell strike early on. Max, Ball State, 10 shots, one of them went in. Are they happy with that result at the half, or would they have wanted more?
I think they're obviously happy that they're at least leading and had a goal, but I for sure think Josh Wright and the Cardinals may be frustrated for the fact that they had these opportunities. They had 10 shots, and only 2 of them were shots on goal. And considering that Ball State has really dominated possession, the fact that they've only been close to scoring twice is really surprising. And then I know early on one of the big discussions had to have been all the offsides. Ball State had 3 offsides. It felt like back to back to back, which was frustrating. So Ball State has had those chances. They just haven't been as accurate as they would hope. And when you get to MAC play, you need to be more accurate than you have been today playing against Queens.
You mentioned the second shot on goal. Addie Chester nearly added a second to the Cardinal tally before the break. Had some space on the right side of the 18-yard box, hooked it back onto her left foot, but just kind of drilled it a little too close to the keeper. She was trying to go back post. It was palmed away. Fenchel's follow-up while the keeper was still down on the ground went wide. Ball State oh so close to a second goal. You mentioned the offsides, Max. It was a problem, but they got it under control. They weren't flagged for an offside in the latter 25-30 minutes of the first half. Queens, on the other hand, they had their chances in spurts, but I think the biggest problem for the Royals in the first half was just building an extended attack. It seemed like whenever they finally got bodies forward, there was a one-on-one duel on the ball, and more often than not, they lost those battles.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. I remember specifically you would see Jaira Durant with all of her speed getting across midfield, but then quickly meeting those defenders and losing it. And the big thing is, anytime Queens was taking a shot, it was 25, 30 yards out. And Griffin, it is really difficult to be accurate when you're shooting that far back.
So as we turn the page toward the second half, Max, what are the big things that we should be looking for as far as trying to find a couple more goals here? Addie Chester accounted for half of Ball State's shots. Do you just feed the hot hand, or do you try to work the attack around to a few more options?
I really think Ball State's going to have to try and feed the hot hand, as you mentioned, of Addie Chester. I mean, she has been consistently there in the box, and it's just been examples of a couple yards out with those crosses and passes. So if Ball State can just be slightly more accurate with those passes to Chester, she can hit the back of the net. And meanwhile, for Queens, They just are going to need to actually have more possession, because if you're going to be on your heels the entire game, it is going to be nearly impossible unless there's a penalty of some kind to be able to get any shots.
Well, Josh Reif and Shannon Neely-Knoll in the middle of their team talks here at the halftime break, trying to solve each other's squads. Ball State, the only team to do so far. 1-0 at the break. The Cardinals looking for more as we turn the page to another break here on the SL Digital Radio Network. It's Cardinals 1, Royals nothing. You're listening to Ball State Soccer on SportsLink Digital Radio in partnership with BallStateSports.com. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Just about ready to get the second half going here at the Briner Sports Complex. Griffin, Leonard, Max Gillie in the press box with you for the call. It's been an entertaining 45 minutes. Max, I'm looking forward to an even more entertaining second 45, especially if this game stays close.
Exactly, and the big thing that we have seen is it really hasn't been close, but the thing is, these are two head coaches that are really talented. These are two squads that have some good players, and I really anticipate we will see some changes. So the most important thing to me is whoever is going to be coming out of the break with the momentum as soon as the whistle blows. I think that is going to be a key in this ball game.
Well, just as the first 5 minutes of the first half were crucially important to this game, I would say I would agree with you. The first 5 minutes of the second half going to be very telling to see how Queens are going to respond trying to get back into this match. They trail by a singular goal. It only takes one moment, but the Cardinals have been known to strike quickly. We'll see who they roll out with. Alex McPhee started this match over Avery Fenchel, primarily due to the senior day festivities. It appears that Avery Fenchel is out there for the second. Other than that, it appears that we have one change, and that change is at keeper. The Ball State Cardinals will go with Kate Palante.
And Kate Palante, the freshman out of Westfield High School. This will be her 4th appearance on the year, and the trend of Ball State switching their goalkeepers at halftime is going to continue once again. And the big thing is she only allowed 1 goal in her last matchup against Austin Peay.
Yeah, I really like the options Ball State has at goalkeeper. It's a position that you need consistency from. So at first glance, it would feel odd to have such inconsistency with who's out there, but at the same time, you have 3 or 4 really, really solid options. So I like that we're getting to see extended time from Konopatsky, getting time to see Palante and how she settles into this Ball State team. Outside of that, changes remain unchanged apart from Fenchel for McPhee. You have Katie Murphy and Avery Fenchel over the ball, getting ready to kick off half number 2.
Yeah, the big thing is those starters for Queens that were subbed out in the first half, they are going to be returning.
Ball State will go right to left here in the second half of play. The teams switch sides, and we get ready to go. Kickoff away. Frazier plays, Fenchel goes down the wing for Caldwell. Ball State trying to go immediately. Caldwell cuts it back onto her right, slicing the ball in. Open opportunity, and it's in. Instant impact. Addie Chester on the receiving end. She scores. Goal, BSU. They lead by 2 goals here at home as Caldwell with the picture-perfect ball into the box. And Chester there to tap it home on the back post to extend the Cardinal lead.
What did I say? I said when you came out at the half, you needed to be giving all of the momentum, all of the speed. That's exactly what Ball State did, and most importantly, they really caught that Queens defense sleeping. They took advantage, and now they get to be up 2-0. This is a perfect way to start your half.
I know we said that the first 5 minutes were going to be important here, Max, but the first 15 seconds, my goodness, Queens didn't even touch the ball. 2-0. Back under play here. Frazier wins it off of the kickoff, and Goodyear will control. Triangle pass in between Millis, Frazier, and Goodyear, and now the ball is headed clear. DiVittori brings it down. Queens trying to find that instant response. Long ball in toward the box. Goodyear heads it down, but only so far as Mutertes. It's Podzic. Podzic working it to the right wing. It goes out for a throw. It'll be a Cardinal throw as it was last touched by one of the Queens attackers. Long throw bouncing 3 or 4 times in the direction of Fenchel, who is fouled in transition by DiVittori. Cardinals will have a free kick on the near side of the pitch right along the midfield line.
So now the big thing for Ball State, they are up 2-0, but still there is 44 minutes to have something change, and I know they like to hit the back of the net again, and this could be the start they need.
Long ball, Roper heads it forward, settles down for Caldwell, who chips it into the 18, trying to get to Fenchel. Caldwell gets it back. It is Fenchel. It is Fenchel, and she finishes it. Back-to-back goals to start the second half. Ball State strike twice in the span of 2 minutes. And fire is raining down on the Royals' defense. It's 3-0.
The big thing there is it really looked like Queens was banking on the fact that they thought that Fenchel was offsides. They were just kind of standing. And you do not do that when you are on defense. You just always assume that until you see that flag up in the air, when you hear that whistle, ball is going to be live no matter what, and that is a costly error for Queens.
Avery Fenchel scores in back-to-back matches. She scored an absolute worldie of a goal from about 30 yards away at Austin Peay, and she finds a little bit of a simpler finish, but it all counts the same. Her second goal of the year, and the Cardinals lead by 3 goals. Ahern on the back line for Ball State, who once again control possession. Goodyear. A little bit of pressure. The Cardinals deal with it. Frazier working around Muterdes. The pass is deflected, but Katie Murphy able to control it, and she pokes it with the outside of her boot to Millis. Millis flushes it forward. It's out of play for a throw-in. She tried to find Caldwell down the seam. High arcing throw. Muterdes the first to get there. Millis pokes it out. It'll be DiVittori. Queens looking for something, anything here in the second half after 2 quick goals from Ball State to make that challenge so much harder. The ball goes back to Palante. She'll kick it to the left side for Ahern. Murphy leaves it, and it's intercepted by DiVittori. They play a low ball, trying to find Durant, cutting into the near post. Ahern now being pressured by Durant. She clears the ball skyward. Throw in coming for Queens. So they try to climb this mountain.
And the big thing for Ball State is, yes, they are up 3-0. But the big thing is there is still quite some ball game left. And at this point, you're fighting to keep Palante to get a shutout. So Ball State is going to still need to continue to play for all 40 minutes that remain in this one.
A chance in, out for a goal kick for Ball State.
And where we saw that shot from for Queens, it was right up against the touch line, and there was really no way you were going to get a goal unless it was going to be across the field, and Ball State quickly got ahead on it.
A giveaway in the defensive third by Ball State. They get it right back, and Fenchel has it down the middle of the pitch. They work right side. Long ball going forward for Frazier, who is making a forward run. It's nabbed by DiVittori.
And for DiVittori, this is a game that's kind of special to her. She comes to us out of Indianapolis, went to Bishop Chatard High School. So this is the closest game she has to home. And I know she would like to do everything in her power to help her team at least reach the back of the net once.
Fenchel dragged down in the middle third. A free kick conceded by Queens. It'll be a free kick, not necessarily super dangerous, but of course anything can come on an opportunity like this. Katie Murphy, parallel with the center circle, will whip it in with a couple people waiting. Roper there, but the ball just over her head. Probably the only player on the pitch that had a chance to get vertical enough to head that ball, but just couldn't get off the ground enough to redirect it on frame. It's a goal kick for the Royals.
And that's just another example where the ball 1 or 2 steps in front of the intended target, and it sails out.
Hard ball, deflected by Roper at the feet of Muterdes. Loose in the midfield. Fenchel trying to get there, disrupt play. Queens will switch the field. They go all the way to the right side for Sarah Kelly. Her heavy touch is taken by Millis, headed on by Stewart. Battle at the midfield by Hunter and Frazier. Queens, left to right. They have some room to work. It's Maddie Leone slowing things down, cutting it onto her left foot. Leone with a lot of room. She'll take a strike from 25 out, curling toward the near post. It's wide. Best chance of the half from Queens as the winger gave herself an attacking opportunity, but just couldn't get the power or the accuracy on it to test the keeper.
And this is another one of those times where when you have 4 or 5 steps, you are not always able to get all that power needed to hit the back of the net.
Dangerous touch. Triple teamed now in the defense, and an opportunity for Queens once again. Palante able to track it down on the goal kick, had not played the ball she would have wanted, and it nearly resulted in a Queens chance. She gets it back, and we'll have an opportunity for a drop kick to settle the danger. With the right foot, gets it beyond midfield to Chester. Chester trying to bring it down with the right foot, unable to do so. And one touch pass off the boot of Leon. And now an errant pass trying to get to DiVittori. It's stolen away by Caldwell. Caldwell to Millis, who works it back to Palante. Scary pass to Roper, but the Cards maintain control. Caldwell has some space left wing. She's got a defender about 3 yards behind her. Now pressed to the edge. Caldwell still working. Sarah Kelly trying to defend. The ball will roll out just to the left of the corner flag on the touchline side. It'll be a throw-in, and it will go to Ball State. About a foot wide of the corner flag. Maya Millis trotting over, and she will be the one to take the throw-in with Delaney Caldwell and Caitlin Frazier, the closest two Cardinals to her, to receive. She has Fenchel, and she has Chester on the near post, and the throw goes in the direction of Chester. First to head it, Savannah Stewart of the Royals. Brought down by Podzic and cleared by Sarah Kelly. Out on the touchline, Millis with a bad touch over the end or over the touchline. It'll be a throw.
So I understand with that throw in why you wanted to end up going to Addie Chester. She's been playing great here today. But the thing was, she was having 3 defenders on her. It was going to be nearly impossible for her to even get a shot.
Overhead kick, standing overhead kick, I should say. Katie Murphy plays it forward. Millis chipping it toward Fenchel. Fenchel wrestling with the defense of Cheatham to get to that ball. Fenchel gets there first, trying to run onto it on the left wing. Savannah Stewart, Fenchel, able to keep it on the end line. Plays it centrally. Oh, but nobody was there. The goalkeeper had come out. And if anybody in red got there, it was 4. But Juliana Hunter instead, the freshman, pushes it away out of danger. Cardinals might not be done yet. Throw goes to Chester, who loses the ball, and it is cleared finally by Ainsley Prell. A giveaway, Hunter. And now the ball looped in toward Fenchel, and it has to be cleared over the netting and onto the adjacent field here at the Briner Sports Complex, onto the field hockey turf, and a corner coming for the Cardinals on the far side.
I have to give credit to Savannah Stewart again, acting as that center back there. She has to be the anchor of this defense, and she's really the main reason why Ball State, when they had an open goal scenario, was unable to score.
Corner far side, looped in. Roper nearly getting there, but instead heading it down is Prell. It's still loose. One touch, left foot, skies it left side wide. And was that Goodyear on the strike?
That was, and this is one of those examples where if you're a coach and you're watching film, you like that you had the shot. The shot was good, but the issue is when you have that one touch, by the way she had leaned her back, it was going to sail up. So maybe if she'd taken an extra touch and she would have been able to get closer instead of going sky high.
Mistake of a touch from Sarah Kelly gives the Cardinals the possession again in the attacking third. Brought down by the thigh of Avery Fenchel, but now the ball is given away. Past the 10-minute mark gone in the second half, 35 minutes to play. Counterattack on for Queens, but only so far as Audrey Goodyear, who, strong as always, takes it away. A foul conceded, and the Cardinals will win possession as Goodyear goes to the turf.
And I had mentioned earlier that Queens was a physical team. You hadn't really seen it until then. That was kind of a big hit there, and that was always going to be called by the officials, especially right when you're in front of the AR on the sideline.
Long free kick headed toward Fenchel, over the head of just about everybody. Glancing header from Cheatham, rolls it all the way back to Jargstorff at the keeper position. Throwing her hands up in the air, get forward, she says, and then rolls it down in front of her. Fenchel with her back turned, doesn't pressure, and now the long ball goes even longer. Murphy heads it. Millis with the right foot goes over Caldwell, but it curls out for a throw. Caldwell hasn't been involved in the attack much since picking up the assist 15 seconds into the second half.
But if you know Delaney Caldwell, you know that's going to change.
Fenchel outside of the 18, hits it with the left, spiraling toward the net, and it's gloved easily by Jargstorff right into the bread basket.
From an accuracy perspective, it was close to the goal, but the issue is when you have a goalie like KJ there, she's going to get it every single time.
Frazier on the far touchline in front of the Ball State bench. Dispossessed by Durant, but out of play. It'll be a Cardinal throw. Ball State with 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second half. They lead by 3. Are marching toward their 3rd consecutive win with a matchup against IU Indy coming up on Thursday and a chance to make it 4 in a row before conference play begins. Clearance and a Ball State throw as it was cleared out into the group of substitutes warming up on the far side. Schoeffel throws it in for Frazier. Frazier, double team, takes a spill and picks up a foul. Clubbed from behind by Durant. Tore down her left foot, and it'll be a very dangerous free kick opportunity.
You're starting to see a lot more frustration from this Queens team considering they're down by 3 goals. And this is when you're going to continue to see aggressive moves by Queens. So the big thing is our official going to have to pay attention. And Queens is going to need to be careful because one too many fouls could result eventually in a card.
Addie Chester stands over the ball. Body's in the box. She goes low. Loose. Caldwell. Still loose. Cleared. Schoeffel plays it left wing. Caldwell trying to get there. She'll keep it in play. Onto her left foot. Slicing it across the area. Floating. Scores. Chester again. Caldwell to Chester. The magical combo for the 2nd time this half. 4-0 Cardinals. Goal BSU.
For the 2nd time this year, Ball State has a home game and hits the back of the net 4 times. And once again, it is Addie Chester who has been such a critical piece for Ball State this year. And she has to be thrilled that she has now been able to hit the back of the net 4 times this year. So she is already going to be one of the top goal scorers in the MAC before conference play starts.
We've seen so many dangerous crosses from Delaney Caldwell this year. Anytime she has the ball on the wing, it's so dangerous. She had not picked up an assist yet this season, however, until today. She now has 2. Give her 9 for her career after tagging 6 in her sophomore season. What a day for Delaney. What a day for Addie Chester, who now has goal number 4 in her young Ball State career. Chester on the ball now, plays it ahead of Roper. Katie Murphy gets there after a quick clearance. Frazier ahead, trying to get Chester. Chester will get there first. Low ball, trying to find Fenchel. And it is cleared away over the touchline and a throw-in coming for Ball State. The Cardinals, they still look hungry.
And I mean, with still a lot of ball game left with just about 30 minutes to go, I know they would like to continue to get in the back of the net. And because, like we've mentioned, so close to the start of MAC play.
Chester on the wing off the throw-in. It took a deflection, but they'll say it was off the right foot of Addie Chester last. It'll be a goal kick. Inside 60 minutes, and now a quadruple substitution coming in for the Cardinals. As we see Kaylin Vallow back into the game as LG Moncrief comes in as well. Tori Monaco into the game. And finally, it'll be Kylie Archer, the 4th and final substitution for the Cardinals.
19, Kylie Archer, and 28, Kaylin Vallow.
And the big thing is you see a player like Delaney Caldwell, one of those 4 subbed out. Her day will be done, but I mean, she set the tone for this Ball State team to be successful here today on Senior Day.
Jaira Durant working forward. Caldwell, one of those to come out of the game. We'll get you the other 3 in just a second here. Midfield possession for Ball State. Fenchel still in the game. She works it to the right side for Tori Monaco, who's just come in for Addie Chester. Monaco with some space to work. Line drive, cross, blocked and cleared finally by Stewart. So Addie Chester comes out of the game for Monaco. Caitlin Frazier out for Kylie Archer. Caldwell, as you mentioned, Max, comes out, and Vallow comes in, and then Maya Millis out once again for LG Moncrief. The ball off of the throw-in goes all the way out for a corner kick, and the Cardinals will have a chance to mount another attack. LG Moncrief with both normal corner takers out of the game. Normally it's either Chester or Millis. It'll now be Moncrief. So the Dallas, Texas native whips it in. The service comes in. It's dangerous, and it's pushed wide right side of the near post. It was off a Cardinal. It'll be a goal kick. Not sure who got the head to it, but it was probably 7 feet wide.
One thing I want to give credit for is LG Moncrief. Coming in here as a freshman, she gets to take the corner. She did her job, Ball State, unable to get their head in towards the goal, but still great job by the freshman. And that's all you can really ask for when you're in the end of this game. Ball State being up 4-0, they're still going to give their effort for the under 30 minutes left. But for these freshmen, this is going to be a real opportunity to see, hey, what can you bring to Ball State in the future?
An opportunity for growth, an opportunity to continue to find ways to work together with MAC play on the horizon. You never know who's going to go down. You need all hands on deck for what always seems to be an entertaining but grueling Mid-American Conference schedule. It all begins a week from Thursday when the Bowling Green Falcons take a trip over to Muncie. Throw in coming for Ball State, another substitution in. Audrey Goodyear will head to the bench. The sophomore from Missouri's day is likely done. And we will update you on who came in when we have that information. Monaco running onto it. She'll let it go over the touchline as it was last touched by Queens. It'll be a throw-in in front of the visitors' bench. Shannon Neely-Knoll sat at the helm of the coaching chairs over there, looking for any sort of answer here in the second half. Quick passing for Queens. They could be onto something here, but running onto it is Schofel, who beats the attacker of Bancaro. The ball's cleared away. Still a chance on, headed for Newnham, but no one there in the box. Palante the first to get there. It was Caroline Kennard that's in for Goodyear. Additionally, Jaira Durant out. Her day is done for Queens as Mika Katz re-enters for the visitors. Long drop kick brought down by Roper, and now Ball State onto something. Fenchel trying to get there. First to get there instead, Stewart. She's done so good at limiting Fenchel through the majority of this match. That 3-deep line of Queens has had to deal with so much pressure today.
And that 3-deep line with Queens, that's really been the only consistency Queens has had throughout this season. One of the things that Coach told us when we talked to her over the phone was just how many changes this Queens team has as they look to find an identity this early in the season. And that's what makes it interesting, and that's why non-conference is so important. It's you have this opportunity to learn and grow, and that's truly one of the things that Shannon really wanted to talk about. She talked about that with the game against Michigan State being ranked number 5 in the country. And then, of course, coming here today, conceding right now 4 goals. Still a lot to learn this early in this season.
Kylie Archer, left wing. Archer on the right foot, getting past a defender, putting it back post. If she's onside, it's going to be 5. The ball's tapped in, but the flag goes up. Fenchel nearly had one. And Fenchel looking for a brace will be denied for now. Just a step in behind the defense. But a picture-perfect ball from Archer, who would have had her first assist in a Cardinal uniform.
And that is, of all of the 4 offsides we have seen here today, that is the most frustrating one. Because, man, oh, man, you hit the back of the net, and then it feels like that goal was stolen away from you if you're an offensive player.
Queens working it again, left to right. They switch the play to the near side. Trying to run onto it is Newnham. The ball's given away. Vallow streaking through the midfield and loses possession. With a little bit of space to work. A ball's whipped in across the face of the goal. and Vallow finally getting there to calm it. Vallow, a hard line drive, trying to put it well out in front of Monaco. It's sought after and taken away. Another chance. Bancaro. Bancaro goes low. Finds Divatori. She had Mika Katz to her left. Played the pass, but first to get there, Palante. Halfway point of this second half. Cardinals, after scoring one time in the first 45, have scored 3 times in the first 20 and change of the second. High drop kick. Roper trying to find it in the sun. Gets there, but the ball's cleared immediately by Cheatham. Out of play for a throw. Queens to take over on the near side. Looped up, headed by Archer. Moncrief gets there, and now a player goes down on the Queens side. It was Bean, but no foul called. A giveaway. Ball State going. Fenchel outside of the 18 on the right foot. Plays a swift pass in toward Monaco, but the defense got there first, and it was cleared. Monaco, another Cardinal that has not found the score sheet this season, nearly in on net that time. Ball is switched play. Bancaro, she has a run and finds the runner in Newnham. Newnham behind the defense into the 18. Newnham taking the shot. Palante spills it, and it's in. Queens pull one back. And it's the substitute Ford, Laney Newnham, who beats Palante over the top. And the substitute goalkeeper's hands are on her hips. She knows she should have had that one.
And for Newnham, that is her second ever career goal and her first one of the 2024 season. But as you mentioned with Palante, that's just going to be really frustrating for the young freshman.
So Queens find the score sheet, 4-1 the score here in Muncie. A long ways to go still for the visitors, but a little glimpse into what they're capable of offensively. Hardline drive ball by Katie Murphy. Monaco gets there. Picture perfect pass to Monaco. Her cross is cleared. Trying to find Fenchel. Instead, it'll be a throw. Lindsay Durham has also entered the match. The grad student Bellarmine transfer into the game a few minutes ago for Queens. Throw in. High arcing into the 18. Fenchel, her cross, gets in there. Dangerous, scores! Another one for the Cardinals. And they find their 5th. Superb cross by Avery Fenchel. And LG Moncrief scores her 2nd of the season. One touch, far post, easy as that, 5-1 Ball State.
Well, I mentioned how impressed I was with LG Moncrief early into this game, but you know what? I didn't anticipate that she was going to hit the back of the net, and you blink, and now already Cardinals have scored 5 goals. This is going to be one of those games you look back at the end of this season as one of the best offensive performances for Ball State.
Fenchel was on the end line, made it work, and there was a lot of space in the middle once the ball got over the top. Moncrief did not miss. She scored on a penalty kick in the final few minutes of the season opener against Purdue Fort Wayne. She finds her 2nd career goal in the 69th minute of play. 5-1 Ball State lead the Royals of Queens, and that is an instant response after Queens found the scoreboard just a few minutes ago. Moncrief playing a quick pass to the left side and all the way back out. Ahern to Palante. Palante going to take it first time. Pushes the ball left side to Kennard. And a throw incoming for Queens as they are able to hang with the pressure and generate a takeaway.
Now with about 20 minutes to go, you're going to still see Queens rely quickly on those quick restarts with the throw-ins. But quickly goes out, and Queens is going to be happy they get to keep the ball still, but obviously they'd like to be able to get some shots and not just keep having it kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals.
Ball over the top, looped in. Katz plays it out for DiVittori. Slides it right side, one of the newbies into the game for Queens. That's Brown. Brown pushes it right side and given away over the end line. A goal kick coming for Ball State. More substitutions in. Kira Verberg back in for the Cardinals.
And you saw the shot attempted by Wellington, New Zealand's Libby Brown, so this will be only her 5th time in the season, and she hasn't had a lot of playing time compared to most of her teammates on Queens, but at this point when you're down by 4, you're looking to see, okay, who on the bench is going to step up and potentially get a greater role after this game.
Ball taken away at the midfield line by the Royals of Queens. Brown pushes it forward. Katz trying to bring it down. A little step over action, trying to deal with Moncrief, who is defending. She'll control possession for now, and they switch the play to the left side. Stewart. Savannah Stewart with some room on the ball. She goes left wing. A chance for Leonard, and the ball over and out of play for a goal kick as Verberg, fresh into the game for Ball State, able to hold off the left wing back who is crashing in on the play.
And when you are down by 4 after a game, you want to look at, okay, what do we need to work on and what went well? And I have to say the performance of Savannah Stewart as the center back has gone well for Queens here today. She has been so impactful on that Queens defense.
Ball State in transition. LG Moncrief looping a ball, and Archer will head it forward. Frazier fighting for it with the defender. And finally winning it, DiVittori for the Royals. Back and forth goes possession here in the middle of the field. Frazier wins it back. Moncrief bouncing to the left side. Finds Napieralski. She's got room on the left. Ava whips it in far post, but nobody's way out there. Katie Murphy tracks it down outside of the box. She'll play a low ball in. Vallow trying to get there. The follow-up. Kaylin Vallow blocked. And it'll be a throw as Vallow nearly found Ball State's number 6.
Impressive display from Vallow. And had there just not been the defender right in front of her, she may have been able to finally hit the back of the net for the first time here today.
So after all of that, Queens with possession going left to right. Another giveaway. Vallow has Monaco. Monaco, hard ball, hard shot, scores! And excuse me, that's Katie Murphy with the stunner from 25 out. It was so quick. Pushed it on net, and Jargsdorf couldn't deal with it.
And that is a blink and you miss it type shot and a blink and you miss it type goal. How about that for Katie Murphy, yet another player who has been so impressive. She is a defender and she's able to hit the back of the net.
Absolute wonder strike from the central defensive midfielder. And the Cardinals have yet another. And with that, the end of the day for Kelsey Jargsdorf.
And I'm really impressed by Katie Murphy, and she has to feel good. She missed the entire 2023 season, so the fact that she comes back in here and gets a goal, that is exactly how she wanted to have her 2024 season go.
So Katie Murphy finds Ball State's number 6. A goalkeeper change for the Queens Royals after the 6th one went in the net. And it is Kelsey Dunn, the junior from Florida, that gets a few minutes here in the latter stages of this match. Coming up on the final 15 minutes of play from the Briner Sports Complex where Ball State have erupted to increase their lead to 5.
And the big thing with Kelsey Dunn now coming in, she gets to make her collegiate debut. She's only a junior, but missed all of 2022 and all of 2023, did not get to play. And first time she's been able to have her number called here this year.
So Kennard at the center back position, presses it forward, finds Moncrief, who's fighting, gets dropped by DiVittori. No call, we play on, and Queens switch the field, but only as far as the deflection off the boot of Napiarowski. Archer. Ball State trying to work centrally through the middle. They're able to do just that with Frazier. Frazier to Moncrief. Loops a ball for Monaco. Monaco gets there. Some space on the right wing. She cuts it onto her left foot and is dispossessed as the defender steps in, but Monaco wins it right back. Attack's not done yet. Back post service, and it's just over the head of the left winger, Napiarowski. Otherwise, it could have been 7.
And Napiarowski is going to watch back her film and just wish she could have got her head on it, because that would have been a perfect shot.
The ball just a few feet over the top off the boot of Monaco. And now the ball cleared by Queens. Frazier able to bring it down. Once again applying pressure, took a heavy touch, and the ball's cleared as far as Katie Murphy. Murphy ahead. Monaco goes down, no call. And the ball switches play to the left side. It's headed out of play off the head. Kylie Archer, and a throw in on the other end for Queens. Bancaro goes past the defensive line, running onto it. A chance, but pushed back by Schofel and cleared by the keeper, Palante. That's good defending.
And the big thing, too, is this is such a young defense now for the fact that most of the starters have now been sat. And seeing the young ones playing some good defense just shows how deep this bench is.
Cardinals working well in transition. Spilled effort by the keeper, who's into the game. Kelsey Dunn nearly having a tough time with that one. Monaco slashed in a ball from the right side of the 18. And it is out for a corner, but it could have been disaster had that fallen on the front of the 6 rather than over the end line.
Lainey Noonan, the one who was able to keep that one alive for Queens.
Corner service, deep into the back post, headed goalwards and gloved by Dunn.
And that's exactly what Kelsey Dunn needed to do. But once again, we keep mentioning LG Moncrief. That was a perfect kick into the box, and just Ball State one step too slow, unable to hit the back of the net.
Ball pushed forward, left side. Trying to get there, DiVittori. Got it forward to Murray. And Ball State win it once again. Schofel started on the left side of the fence, now floating around the center. Gives it to Kennard. And back to Palante. 12 minutes to go. We've reached the 79th minute of play here at the Briner Sports Complex. Ball State leads 6-1 off goals from Caldwell, 2 by Chester, Moncrief, Katie Murphy, and Avery Fenchel.
And now this is mostly just players that have been subbed off now, but still got players like Emily Roper in who would like to make a big impact.
A little bit of hesitation there from the keeper, Dunn, but she gets there after the service intended for Monaco floated too far.
And Kelsey Dunn, again, just not a lot of goalie experience at the collegiate level. So this is great reps for her as well. And that's another thing for Queens to look back on and be happy about.
One-touch passing for Queens, trying to curl it around to the right wing, intended for Brown. It's over her head and out for a Ball State throw-in.
So the big thing here is Ball State not going to try and force a throw-in very quickly. It makes sense when you have a big lead like they do.
The Cardinals pressured off the throw-in. They clear it out of play. Throw-in front of us here in the press box the near touchline and immediately lost by the visitors. Ball State absolutely controlling the shot category. 21-5 total attempts. Shots on target, 11-2 in favor of Ball State. 5 corner kicks for Ball State, 2 for the Royals. Cardinals leading in just about every offensive category. They work the ball to Verberg, playing the right back position off of the bench. Monaco trying to get it to Moncrief. Moncrief gets there with the left foot. It arrives for Katie Murphy. She works it around to the right side. Monaco's found herself some space once again. Back to Murphy. The pass was a little out in front. The Ball State's able to hold possession, but not until Brown had gotten the deflection on it. Cardinals maintain control. Murphy. A lot of room to work on the right. They will switch the play back to the defense. The center back's kind of just hanging there as last resort options, and it is Ainsley Schofel who finds herself with the ball. Archer makes a forward run. She receives the ball skyward, heads it on for Naprierowski. Archer gets it back. She has Vallow in the middle. Instead tries to work it left side, inside out ball, unable to find its target, and received by the keeper Dunn.
It really felt like it was a lack of communication there between Archer and Naprierowski, where one thought that, hey, I can just do a tiny little pass to someone, and it was the pass to no one. So that's one of those examples where still, even though there's under 10 minutes to go, you got to be communicating for all 90 minutes.
Frazier with a really nice touch off of the long boot, but Ball State lose possession. Right side of the defensive line, Queens try to build. Bancaro gets it up top. Now contact. A player goes down to Divatore, no call. Ball State in transition. Vallow receives the through ball. Gets there. Keeper out. It trickles in. Vallow to her knees with the strike. Dunn came out, but it snuck under her right leg and just has enough power on it to roll over the line and in. Ball State 7. And Queens just the 1. A 6-goal lead for the Cardinals. Everyone's scoring today, and Vallow's got her 2nd of the year.
Just a completely different performance from the first half to the second half, where Ball State had only led 1-0, and man, in just under 45 minutes, Ball State's already been able to score 6 goals.
Assisted by number 4, Katie Murphy.
And the most important thing, it's been a variety of players in the back of the net as well, and a lot of young ones getting their first career goals. And kind of the story of every season, it is, can your team have a lot of depth when it comes to conference play? And I know Josh Fry is going to be really happy with the performance of the underclassmen after this game it gets finished.
6 players accounting for the 7 Ball State goals. 3 of those players coming off of the bench today. And an offensive performance to write home about, certainly, for Ball State. Under 8 minutes to go now as they march toward 3 points in their non-conference schedule. 3 wins in a row upcoming. The Cardinals defeating Michigan and Austin Peay after a loss on the road to Butler to begin their road trip, come back home and put on quite the performance that they'll look to carry into MAC play. Palante with the possession inside her own 18, goes right side to Schofel, where the Cardinals have a lot of room. Queens have really backed off of the press here in the last 10 minutes. And now the Cardinals working in transition. Monaco, the ball goes off her leg. She's able to keep control. Looking to maybe switch the play. Instead goes up the middle with Frazier. Back to Monaco, who's now out of position. But filling her spot was Katie Murphy. Monaco tried to get the ball there, but it was taken away. Contact, no foul, and the ball cleared away to the midfield line, where Verberg will start over.
And it was kicked back to Schofel, and Ainsley Schofel coming in here. Only a freshman. She was originally the right back. Now she's been kind of transitioned to a center back. And, you know, for only being a freshman on defense, she has performed as well as you can. So just needed to make sure to give her flowers. She may not have been in the back of the net, but she has been still one of the biggest pieces to why Ball State is up 7-1.
Another throw in for Queens. It's been a big weekend in Ball State sports. Ball State football with their first game of the season yesterday afternoon across over at Schumann Stadium. They got it done against Missouri State. Ball State volleyball with a big weekend down in Lexington, Kentucky, taking on the number 7 ranked Penn State Nittany Lions last night. Put up a pretty solid effort, but couldn't get it done over the top 10 ranked Nittany Lions, playing at Kentucky right now against the Wildcats. Lost the first set 25-17, but a back and forth second set ongoing. The Cardinals leading the top 10 ranked Kentucky Wildcats 20-19 in that second set right now over on the SEC network.
And we did have a substitution. Grace Havard making her Ball State debut here today as Ava Naparowski makes her way out. But it's always fun when you get to have a debut, and Havard coming with some experience at Troy to Ball State, so looking to use that to her advantage.
Havard making her season debut, her second season in the Cardinal and White, but the first time we've seen her in 2024. And the Cardinals trying to give everybody a shot here in the last 5 minutes. The 85th minute of play trickling down. Ball State with a comfortable 6-goal advantage. Verberg on the far touchline in front of the Queens bench. She'll go back to her keeper, Palante, who has looked good in limited action apart from the one spill midway through the half. Clears it long. Queens with possession. A low ball, trying to work it in toward Newnham. Couldn't get it there. Newnham, the goal scorer for Queens. She'll be happy with her performance and will have something to take away from this match despite the lack of result. DiVittori goes low, trying to pick out a pass. Couldn't quite get it to her teammate, and the ball is cleared long, finally gobbled up by Palante. Final 4 minutes at the Briner Sports Complex. Shots on the scoreboard, 22-5. Ball State just absolutely wreaking havoc on the Queens' defense. And if the shots weren't enough, you just got to look up a few more inches on the scoreboard. 7-1 now. The Cardinals have instilled their will on the visitors from North Carolina. Katie Murphy with the possession. The Cardinals working very slowly now, just letting the clock wind on down. No reason to take risks here at this stage.
And the nice thing for the Cardinals is they are going to have their next 2 games at home and get some much-needed time off after what has been a busy road trip for them.
A giveaway. Havard with a chance. Ahead, no one in front of her. Stewart trying to recover. Havard worked her way away from the goal and ended up losing it out for a goal kick. We mentioned it's her season debut. Maybe a little bit of rust to shake off. Didn't really look comfortable on the ball in that situation. She was in on net with the breakaway, moving pretty slowly and ended up taking it away from the net, unable to get off a shot.
And once again, it's Savannah Stewart there on defense who was able to prevent Queens giving up another goal.
Free kick conceded. That is given up by someone fresh into the game. Brooke Gallo, one of the 2 Gallo sisters on the Royals team. She gets action for the second time this season, but concedes a free kick, standing next to her teammate as part of the 2-player wall. 6 bodies just outside of the 18-yard box in Cardinal and White. And here's the cross from Murphy. Drifting back post over the head of Havard. Heading toward the corner flag. A fight for possession, and it will be a goal kick. Last touched by Havard, trying to keep possession in the far corner. Inside the final 2 minutes to play here in Muncie, Indiana. The Cardinals by 6.
I think now's the perfect time as ever that make sure you tune into ESPN Plus on Thursday because SportsLink going to be producing that broadcast against IU Indianapolis, which should be a whole lot of fun next time you see the Cardinals in action.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to that game. The IU Indy Jaguars, I still know them as IUPUI, I got to say, but the IU Indy Jaguars taking on the Cardinals right here on Thursday at the Briner Sports Complex. You can catch that game on ESPN Plus at 4 p.m., produced by the creative storytellers at Ball State Sports Link. Myself and Sam Niger will be on the call. And we could not, I can hardly wait. So, throw in coming from Archer to Frazier. Final minute of play. We enter the 90th minute here in the Briner Sports Complex, with the Cardinals ticking down the final seconds. Monaco fighting for the last bit of possession, streaking down the right wing, cuts it back onto her left, plays a pass with the outside of her right foot, gets it right back from Moncrief. Inside, Havard putting it on frame, and it's palmed away. An opportunity off a dangerous ball from Tori Monaco, and it'll result in a late corner for the Cardinals as Monaco trying to pick up an assist against her hometown club. Ball whipped in, service back post, lots of bodies there. It's popped up into the air, still loose, cleared outside of the 18. Vallow trying to keep this thing going. Works it onto the left foot. Pressured by Gallo. It's whipped in, right foot, loose, on the edge of the 6. Getting over to it is done, and she will collect it as the 10-second countdown begins here in Muncie. The full-time whistle is blown. After 90 minutes and the ball in the back of the net more times than you could count, the Ball State Cardinals defeat the Queens of Charlotte Royals 7-1 here in Muncie. What a match, Max.
That is how you want every single senior day to go if you're a Ball State Cardinals. Great performance. You got to see most of the team get quality minutes. You saw a lot of great shots, a lot of great goals, and this is going to be one of the biggest wins Ball State soccer has in the 2024 season. They have to feel good after their performance here today.
And what a day to honor your seniors. Packed house here at Briner to honor the seniors' senior day, and the performance on the pitch did not disappoint. 7-1 the final score. So many players to be named. Max, I'm going to ask you for a player of the match before we wrap up here. There's 6 goal scorers. How do you even choose?
I tell you what, this is really difficult because so many played well, but you got to go for Addie Chester, who had 7 shots in this game, hit the back of the net twice, but I tell you what, if we're going to give another player flowers, I want to look at Schofel on the defense. She played 79 minutes in this game, second most minutes in this game, and for only being a freshman, she looked like she was a veteran out there. She played very well.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing up Schofel because it's really interesting. She didn't start the season in the starting 11. It was Kira Verberg starting in the defensive position, and Schofel's come in the last 3 matches now. She's looked really, really good. Coach Josh Reif and company showing a lot of confidence in their young star defender, and I suspect that we will see her more and more as the season continues to wind down. 7-1 the final score for everybody around Ball State Sports Link here at the venue. And Max Gillie alongside me. I'm Griffin Leonard saying so long from Muncie, Indiana. Ball State getting it done 7-1. You next catch the Cardinals, as mentioned, on Thursday against the IU Indy Jaguars on ESPN+. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.